Hi, I'm Lulu. Welcome to Lulu's Way. I'm glad you're here. So I hit the road this morning. I left Brookfield, Missouri, which is where our meetup was. And I am currently right now in Indianapolis, Indiana. I drove 400 miles today, so a total pleasure. It was a great day for a drive. The sun was shining, it's in the 70s. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day for the road. I just drove, I pulled over to eat, I pulled over to nap, I pulled over for a Zoom call with a friend. But other than that, I just drove all day, and I just enjoy a road trip. I just really do. So today was a beautiful day. Yesterday was not a beautiful day. It was the day of my meetup. It was outdoors. There was no shelter. And I was like, what am I gonna do? And you know, what I figured was, I knew the risk. I knew I was planning a meetup for outdoors, and I was totally dependent on the weather. The meetups I have down in Florida, if it's raining, we all just put up the umbrella, we go down to the pavilion. The pavilion holds all 75 of us. There's 6 huge picnic tables, big, huge space, lots of space. It's all screened in with a roof over our head, so the weather does not, it's not as critical. But I knew that this was a chance, I was taking a chance with this meetup. So I thought, you know, I'm gonna just go for it, and it's either gonna be a beautiful day, and it will not be an issue at all, or it will not be a beautiful day, and I will figure it out. And I will also learn going forward in the future if it's worth the risk of planning another one outdoors dependent on the weather without any shelter. So the last meetup I had in Brookfield, Missouri was last August, and that was also a one-day meetup. And I found the lake on the map, and I thought it would be a great place for a meetup. So before I planned it, I thought, you know, I have no idea. I don't know anything about this lake. I don't even know what the parking is like, if we can all park. So I said, what should I do? So I called City Hall, talked to the woman there, and she said, oh, let me transfer you to the city manager. She knows all about the lake. Transfers me to her. And she says, oh yeah, go. She told me what part of the lake to go to that would be the best part of the lake for all of us to meet. A real pretty area and a great place that we could all park, no problem at all. There was like a restroom nearby. So I was like, thank you so much for letting me know this, because I don't even know what part of the lake I would direct everybody to. I don't know anything about the lake. So that worked out lovely. And her and I had a nice chat. I told her I had a channel, and it was my subscribers coming for a meetup, and she thought that was really cool. So she said, before you meet up, why don't you swing by City Hall and come and say hi and introduce yourself? And I said, I have a better idea. Why don't you come down to the meetup and come down to the lake on your lunch hour and check it out and meet us all? And so she did. So got to know her a little bit. Her name is Dana. And I just couldn't thank her enough for all her guidance and all the information about the lake. She led us to a beautiful part of the lake, and it was a perfect meetup. So I reached out to her a couple of weeks ago, and I said, I loved it so much at the lake last year, I just planned another meetup for Tuesday, May 14th. And I said, is there anything I need to know about the lake? Anything changed since last time I was there? She goes, nope, it's all the same. She goes, have fun. And she's like, I'm so glad that you like Brookfield enough to return. She's clearly very proud of her city. So it was like the day before the meetup, and the weather was looking like rain. And I was like, oh no, oh no. So I got an email from Dana from City Hall, and she said, it looks like there's rain for tomorrow, and I just want you to know that the lake, right around that area in the lake, it gets really muddy. So So anyway, I got there Monday evening and I stayed at Walmart, and I emailed her back and I said, is there any place in the city that has any kind of covered space, you know? Or is there like a building? Is there like a community center? Or is there like a church basement or something? And she said, if it's raining tomorrow, I have a room you can use. I was like, seriously? She said, yep, it's at City Hall. And it's behind City Hall. It's some space I'll let you use for the day. So I was like, thank you so much. You're like an angel. But I was still praying for good weather because I wanted to be at the lake. So the next morning I got up bright and early. The meetup was starting at 9. I got up at 6, had my breakfast. The sun was shining. The sun was shining. I was like, oh my God. But you know, I looked at the forecast and it showed rain most of the day. A lot of it was like 50% chance. So I'm like, well, there's a 50% chance that it won't rain, you know? So I put a message out on the Facebook group and I just said, it looks like rain. I have a plan B, but let's really hope for plan A. If it's raining tomorrow, check back here. I'll give you the details on plan B. So I went down to the lake to see if it was going to be too muddy. I checked the whole area. It was like a lot of gravel, so the gravel doesn't get too muddy. And I was just like, no, you know something? We're having it here. So one by one, people started showing up. There was probably about 8 of us at the lake. The sun was shining, and it was great. And then about an hour later, I took my iPad out because I wanted to take some footage of all of us in our chairs. We had our tables out. Everybody had their coffee, and it was such a nice group of ladies. And the lake looked so beautiful. And I was just ready to start to take some footage, and it started raining. I was like, no. So you know something? I tell you, what an easy, flexible, resilient crowd. Because in 2 minutes flat, everybody's chairs were folded up, the tables put away, everybody's in their vans. Boom, we're all headed to City Hall. Before I left, I texted Dana and I said, we're on our way to City Hall. We'll see you in a bit. So I went right to Facebook and I said, this is where we're going to be. City Hall, come behind City Hall, blah, blah, blah. We all parked, tons of parking. It was great. And she brings us to this room. It was like this room that's attached to the back of the firehouse, the Brookfield Fire Department. And it had like tables and chairs. It had a full kitchen. It had a bathroom. We had all this space to dance. It was perfect, because our vans were right outside. So it rained on and off all day. A couple of times during the afternoon, it was sunny, and we were like, should we go back to the lake? Should we go back to the lake? And we're looking out, and the forecast is saying more rain. And I'm like, but it doesn't look like it's going to rain. And no sooner we say that, it starts raining with the sun. So we were like, you know, we're going to give it up on the lake. Well, then one other person showed up, so there was a total of 10 of us. We had a lovely, lovely day. What an amazing group of women. We just talked and we laughed and we shared stories and we played bingo. We had prizes. We danced and we all just came in and out, getting our meals, whatever we needed. And it was just such a wonderful day. Everybody was making friends. People came from the same areas, and just coincidentally, they came from the same areas. So now, you know, they have people to hook up with if they want to do road trips or do little camping trips perhaps together. You know, you just really bond when you spend that whole day together. You really bond, and it's really special, especially with the smaller crowd. You know, the bigger crowds, like down in Florida, the big meetups, those have a charm of their own. You know, that's like it's just like big and loud and busy, and you know, And that's so fun too. That's so fun too. But then there's something nice about the smaller, intimate ones that they have their own charm. I just felt like I left there with 9 friends, and I sure hope to see them down the road someday. So I'm going to leave you with a little bit of footage. I didn't get any footage at the lake. And we had this room with this big wall hanging behind us that said Brookfield Fire Department. There was one door off of this room, and it had a window in it. If you looked in the window, you saw all the fire trucks. Dana was so gracious, so gracious. We all went into City Hall. We went, I found her office, and I was like, we're here. And then she came out and she unlocked the door for us. She's like, just take the room for the day. When you're done, she locked the door, left it open with the little door stopper, and she just said, when you leave, just shut this door and it will lock by itself. And she just, we were there after City Hall closed. So she just trusted us and just made, I don't know what we would have done without that. God is so good. God is just so good. The stars just aligned, and people are so good. People are so kind, and so helpful. So, will I plan another meetup without shelter? Probably not, because there's not somebody like Dana at every City Hall, and I don't know. I guess I would plan another one as long as I had a plan B. What's really difficult is picking a place in an area that I'm not familiar with and trying to figure out if it's going to be a good spot. You can look at the map and you can look at, the Google Maps and stuff, but, so you plan this whole event and you get people coming and you're really not even 100% sure of what you got when you get there, So I'm trying to figure out, I'm figuring it out. I'm not going to worry about it. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out eventually, because I really love having meetups. I really love it. I love it. I really enjoy spending time with you, and I want to do it more often. And I just have to just figure out a way to considering all the dynamics, and I'll figure it out. So I'm going to leave you right here with a little bit of footage of our beautiful day. It was just a simple, wonderful day of friendship and excitement and joy. Bye for now.